So, you know, what happens is when that tree is first removed, the soil remains fairly dry, right? And that's just natural for that area. It can be what we call hydrophobic because it's been drawing all the moisture out. It doesn't allow water in, so water just runs off, meaning that the soil repels water. Often the ground at that stage is retracting, it's shrinking, right? So because that's the natural drying out is that shrinking sort of scenario. If you dig the roots out, obviously, then naturally you've got a hole there that again is going to need to be filled, and that often will shrink as well as that beds down and becomes more hard over time. Then you look at sort of that progression from there. There's still tree roots left in the ground. They're now dead. They begin to rot. As they begin to rot, um, what actually happens is the soil itself starts to take in that water, right? Because it's got microorganisms breaking down all of those tree roots. That's becoming organic matter. The organic matter starts to hold moisture. That moisture then causes swelling. But this is when the problems start to happen, essentially. And that's the bit that the engineers are worried about is when the swelling's happening. And when that happens, that's what causes things like slab heave, and that's a real issue for your slab. So we don't want to be in that position. And as I mentioned, a tree being removed could be an issue for up to a couple of years. The other part is if your neighbour chops down a tree, so you're here, they've had a house there for a while, they chop down a tree, that can have an impact on your home.